Reaper vs. Reaper. Who will come out on top on Vampire Survivors BESWEC 47? Mask of the Red Death or Red Death itself? Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Thanks for mezzing around. Have a good day. Mask of the Red Death. A blasphemous mockery. We're all the way back up to Mad Forest, Ian. Oh, probably shouldn't hurry. Let's see, what do I want? You know what? I want a bouncy things. Yeah, got Death Spiral. Let's go. Axeman. How does Millionaire bounce? Does he still fire off Flash Arrow with Millionaire? Who would know that? Who would care about Flash Arrow at that point? Oh. Oh man, look at that speed. Killer. No. Well, no. Cross gets the benefit of something else bouncy. I do not want any of these. Why did you show up? Hey, duplicator. Gun. Cross. Duplicator. Crown is good. Duplicator. Get more of them out. Bounce all those sights everywhere. Right, axe, knives. Raylo. I don't want Raylo. Flash arrow, knives, regular axe. I don't need use Spellbinder. Knives. Regular knives are pretty terrible. They close on the map. I need bracer. Candelabra door just to be safe. Spicy. What you to. And oh, Clover's on the map. So spinach. Torona's box. Maybe I should have grabbed Spellbinder. Won't do anything, but I could say I have it. Oh man, I miss having this much speed. I'm not sure why I said that. I don't really have that many fast characters besides Mask of the Red Death. There's the axe, and then I just need gun or flash arrow. Well, whichever shows up first, and the other one can come in later with the candy box. I don't want you. I don't want the lasers. Well, I guess I'm going with flash arrow over guns. I need bracer. Just bracer. Oh, Torona's box, nice. Clover's on the map. I remember that much about the original maps, at least. Bracer and what else? What else could there be? Family badge doesn't show up. Wings. I mean, that'll be funny. There's really nothing else I need. I don't care about armor. Against Mad Force with Mask of the Red Death, I'd have to try to lose. On the map, not best idea. Bracer. Why is the bracer not showing up? It's pretty low high weight. Low weight, whichever one means it shows up a lot. Red gem. Red gem for Red Death. Done, I guess. Not that these are going to be that big. And then I get slash. Oh, right, that's why. And now over to the Skullomaniac. Oh, this is so nice. I should probably time it between Skullomaniac and Hollow Heart. Look at how this is. They can barely keep up with the gems. Oh, this is just a normal tune, huh? I thought Master Red Death got his own. Its own. Oh, reaping time. 301, I'm moving over to Hollow Heart. I will forget that because I'll get distracted by some level up along the way. Steady boy wave. Maybe I should have gone a trapdoor, but I wanted wings for the zoom zoom. Even though I have nothing that gets the benefit of it. 20 seconds. Probably should have been fast. I hadn't got stuck on nothing. Like there and there. It's so nice moving this fast. And you can get generic speed ups. You know, in Holocure you get level, you get stat ups on level option, and speed is one of them. It's pretty nice in its own way. Though most of the time it's always going to be pickup range, speed, or crit. The three least valuable ones. Health is actually surprisingly rare. Ow, dang it. Oh, that's going to be a problem. All that and the fact that I'm probably going to die if anything gets close to me. No, actually I should probably let the level up. Yeah, I'm going to get a ton of stuff out of a vacuum eventually. I'm almost faster on some of the death spiral sides. I guess I can get a bit of health back. Or I get some crown action going. Alright, 3 rolls, it's going to be slash with a crit damage. That's about it. Then I got Queen Sigma next, then She-Moon, and then Rose de Inference, the director's daughter. Why you put your daughter in game, Punkle? I mean, if I was in any other situation, I mean, I was a bratty kid making things in RPG Maker version 1. I put myself in the game each time. Like an egotistical maniac. Oh, I have no health left. Yeah, 407, what? Oh, golden eggs probably. No, hollow heart. Oh, it's probably some of it, hollow heart levels. Yeah, hollow heart level. But otherwise, yeah, the damage is still enough to keep up. Well, not as much as I was hoping. Dang, mudmen are so durable. 76 might too. Definitely something from golden egg. Get some more attack power going. Ow. Quit it. Yeah. I wonder if Symphony in the Night is on Xbox. Like, good old version 2. None of that yearly Lowenthal. I want, what's his name? The guy who did original Alucard. Like, sure, it may be badly written and poorly acted, but dang nabbit, it's what I grew up with. And nostalgia is the greatest drug of them all. And you can't even deny me that. You would never deny nostalgia as the drug it is. Because guess what? Teen Titans was not all that good. Bye-bye, 7 subscribers. But no, I still like Teen Titans. It is pretty good, but it's definitely got its own problems. not as bad as some other things coming up, like, oh man, like, I don't like My Hero Academia. Sacrilege, I know, but it's kind of boring to me, and Shiragi is trash. I do not care about him, or his stupid drama, or his stupid life. He should die. He is a monster. He is a terrible human being. He does not care about anyone. He just wants everyone to die. Oops. It's just like, hey, props to Deku for wanting to try to save him, but like, this, what are you gonna do? Take away his quirk? Like, even if you capture him, he's not gonna change. The government would have every single right to just execute him, and no one in their right mind would blame them. There is no one who would side with you on this, ever, kid. I have no idea why anyone in the real world even bothers trying to defend it. I don't even check any of the stuff related to it, but I have to imagine there's someone out there trying to defend him, or say that he has a bad past that justifies everything he does, or he should be getting off scot-free for the, killing of people who did not have terrible pasts, or who did have terrible pasts, and not become mass murderers. Because after a while, after enough time, I just sort of stopped considering a tragic backstory as an excuse to be an asshole. Because I also have a tragic backstory of me being me. And yet I am really a prick. I do not kill people that I'm aware of. I mean, it's possible I did it somehow on accident. Got that whole butterfly chaos theory going on, but I am pretty sure I have not. And I think that's sort of what I'm getting at here, is that I, kind of don't have a reason to care, because he's nothing but a terrible person this entire time. And he longs to make things worse for everyone. So, okay, bad things happened to him in the past, generally because of itself. But, my sympathies for the people that are his victims, not him. Why am I being hurt? Are the bats really that dangerous? Of course they are. They made Leda have to move. Oh, there's the other egg. Wait, I didn't grab it? Oh, I got confused with what was on screen. I thought I was going down to destroy them, and then I got distracted by talking about nothing related to this at all. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on a lot of sympathetic villain backstories now, is that they're not sympathetic, they're just monsters who use that as an excuse to be bigger monsters. Can't even wall things yet, jeez. And people then just sort of excuse it, and I'm like, why? If I start being a jerk to you online, you're not going to excuse me. In fact, you're probably going to treat me as worse than the mass murderer. So why should I be sympathetic to the mass murderer, since you're not sympathetic to me for being less of a prick? See, that's how you win any internet argument. You just sort of have to use yourself as a beating stick in a strange way. Because eventually I have to make a stand on very odd principles. Because ultimately it doesn't matter what you like. If you like red more than blue, it doesn't change the fact that blue is a darker color. Something like that. Yeah, that made no sense. I can't even imagine what I'm thinking about. But the short of it is, I think I talked about this in one of the other earlier videos about translation stuff, is that something may be better in localization, even if it's not what the writing intends. But that doesn't make it the fact. And I used, well, Fire Emblem for this. What other things apply to? Slash. In that there was a really, really dumb plot thing in one of the Fire Emblems that made much more sense in the English, but it's not what it is. I hate that I have to say this. I hate that I have to take this stance. I don't want to be like pure Japanese intent, but it also causes other problems. You just start mangling everything in the intent of making it quote-unquote localized or better, no matter how much of it you want to consider it as an art. It's also sometimes simple. Sometimes it's not an art. Sometimes you just apparently get so artful when it says put in blue, you put in red. And that's wrong. And it causes problems if it's wrong. Because people get passionate about games. They get passionate about everything. Everything has someone to be passionate about it. And passion can cause misunderstandings. People like to be enthusiastic about their stuff. Especially when it comes to, well, power dynamics. In that people love to be right. They love to be correct. They don't care what is correct, they just want to be correct. This comes across as some of the problems in the world, is that people hate to admit they're wrong. That's why I like to try. What is going on? What's with the curse? Damn, it should be more than strong enough to handle this. It's only 12 minutes in. Oh, right, I got Torona's box. Uh-oh. That's bad. Jen isn't good enough to come up with this, too. Oh, boy. Wait. What? Did I blow all my rerolls? When did that happen? Can't be on the Arcana alone. Is it not re-rolling it? Because, no, well, now it makes sense, but it didn't before. I might have to get Shroud just so I can survive, because this is more dangerous than I was thinking. Okay, where was I? So yeah, people get passionate. They like to take sides. They want their loyalties. And, you know, ultimately what they want to be is right. They want the power that comes from being right. They want to lord it over other people. Unfortunate but true. And with that mindset, they tend to, shall we say, not be objective. And I try to maintain my own objectivity when I'm arguing things. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the facts are. Because no matter how much you want to argue, a character would never abandon their country for X or Y or whatever reason. If I can literally post a screenshot of them having done that, you do not win, you lose. Good day, sir. But they won't admit that they're wrong, because it's not about the facts, it's not about what they're arguing, it's just about what's them being right. that causes a lot of problems because, in real life, being that obstinate causes problems because people are going to consider you a reprehensible. It's like Rick and Morty thing. He's such a jerk about being right that no one wants to give him the satisfaction of admitting he's right. People do that, except in this case, people aren't right. They just want to be right, and they're going to be jerks about it. I have everything. No, I don't have it. I don't have Millionaire yet. Which, especially in game, then, bad translations, they can cause that. Because I'm mostly dancing around it, but this is about 3 houses. A lot of the translation was really messed up and wrong and bad about that. Man, got a knife tornado. I was not expecting that on this. Man, I'm basing it entirely around Millionaire saved me. Okay, Millionaire should make this a lot better, but wow, I'm empty tome. That's what I could have gone for. It didn't show up once. Okay. Alright, I need to get the... Okay, I can just clean them always now. Man, they're getting thin. But, yeah, 3 houses, a lot of problems with the translation, which results in a lot of wrong information then being spread, especially with the developer interview. Like, that's one of those insane cases of not even translation, but people just not wanting to read. They just see one line in particular and then just be completely wrong about it, and it's crazy. Like, man, it's nuts so how people can be about that. Like, they are so obsessed with being right that, like, I get it. I want to be right too. Everyone wants to be right. It's sometimes the only real authority and power we've had in our lives. But when they're faced with the evidence, like, they won't even not acknowledge it. They're just gonna be completely, no, that's wrong. And like, I get it. I don't want to acknowledge when I'm wrong, but I am wrong. I am wrong plenty. You can probably point out plenty of the times I've been wrong. I don't like to admit it. A lot of people are snide or skirpy about it. They just want to show off. Who doesn't want to show off? Everyone loves to show off. It's only been 60 minutes. And I guess that's what happens when it's fast. I really need Crimson Shroud to show up so I can stop moving. Oh, that's what I get for going this much first inexplicably. Dang it. That's too loud. I don't want to ruin my joystick. I'm already getting some sticky drift on the Xbox, of course. Strangely, the Joy-Cons are fine, but then again, I don't play it as much as the Xbox or do it as intensely. Granted, there were still some problems, but I only have 3 games on the Switch. I have 3 Houses, 3 Hopes, and Triangle Strategy. No, I did not get either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I just there. I've basically been all Zelda for decades at this point. Also, I think, yeah, that was when I barely had any income. And now I have no income until this job comes through. Really, I hope it does soon, since I want to buy so many things with that money. Like food. I miss food. Oh, I miss fast food. I have regular food, but I'm not buying as much as I can. And, drink before eating. Wow, that crept up on me so fast. Okay, I need to pause while I... Okay, where was I? While doing Knife Tornado. Yeah, don't buy much on Switch. I'm gonna get Unicorn Overlord on the Xbox. Final Fantasy Remake is gonna be on PS5 as well as Rebirth. Heck, if they end up ported over to Xbox, I'll probably grab it then there and try it again. Like I mean, this is my main account. I really do. How should I say it? Yeah, I always had the preference for an Xbox account, I guess. Oh. It lasted longer. Well, I guess I should say that the PS3 was not mine. The 360s were, but they all broke. PS3 also broke. So, and on the PS3, I just used someone else's account for a few achievements. You did go for trophies, you don't have to together. So, this is basically my main for any game. There's not much on it. It's my main, it's got my gamer score. Oh wait, Halo 4 was for the 360. Okay, but yeah, if Rebirth and 16, the 7 remakes and Final Fantasy 16 come to Xbox, then I will probably buy them again and play them. Because I found them very enjoyable. I found 16 very enjoyable. It was my second favorite game of 2023, and I did platinum it. Yeah, just, you know, I knew a lot of people who just hate on the game, and sort of the way they go about it makes me think they didn't actually play it. It was just nothing. Clickbait articles they read. I don't even know why you would take playing a game to bash on it. Well, I mean, I guess if you hate the series or the developers or something, but it's a lot of people just seem to want to have a bone to pick with it, and like, I'll agree it's SteamOcast is not like the greatest or whatever. It's got some problems there. Yeah, if you've seen games, a lot of them are worse about it, even if they're not going, haha, M-rated stuff. Like, I could easily argue that the treatment of female characters in Immortals of Avium is better. No one would deny me that. But do you see anyone praising Immortals of Avium besides me? Maybe the developers with their 500 views for their playthrough. It just saddens me. Seriously, it's really sad. Like, so many people worked on that game, and it did not do well at all. And it was just really good to me. Like, yeah, some people can whine about, well, not whine, but complain. It's not, I would say it actually is whining, but it's not directly with the actual stats, so it can't be considered resistant. That's the other thing about me, but, you know, I found the dialogue fun. Yeah, it's quippy a lot, but you know what? Sometimes quips are fun. It's not like they're trying to undercut the drama at all times. Well, I mean, he is trying to undercut it a lot because he's very insecure about things. There's a lot of weird quips coming. It's really him and just Devin as well. No one else is really that quippy. Most of the humor otherwise comes from big jerks. Maybe the Ormec girl, Kenzie, yeah, I think that's her name. But yeah, it's really just like 2 or 3 characters at most. Everyone else is fairly serious, and they still have moments of their levity. Also, you get Cowboy Wizard, which is just neat. It's pretty good balance, good gameplay, decent vistas, graphically strong, good voice acting. I like the plot, nice twist, good villain. Interesting villain in his own way. That he's a tyrant, literally called a tyrant, but he's culture, and he's not like a giant 7-foot monster that's a physical beast. He's more intelligent, crafty, cunning. Very good reasons for doing what he's doing, too. Also a bit of good old-fashioned sheer insanity. Very interesting. Also great sequel, they all admit that. Very good sequel. They will never get a sequel, not in a million. Well, I mean, if Brigande got a sequel, anything can. Because, oh my god. I mentioned this in earlier videos, but Brigande was an extremely obscure PS1 RPG. I'm pretty sure outside of people who actually made it, I was like maybe one of the only other 20 or 30 who knew it existed. So it coming back was, like no joke. I would say Suikoden has more people clamoring for a return than that did. I mean, Mana series, more people. Well, Mana's come back. Oh yeah, there's a new Mana coming out for the Xbox, right? I really hope they just report Adventures or Origins or whatever it's called. The one that was originally Final Fantasy Gate, and that game was just magical for its time. Like, seriously. I would actually say the original Final Fantasy Gate, and a Game Boy game has a better plot than some games still coming out today. It's just impressive how little you can do, how good you can do if you just, you know, brevity. A lot of people just want to shove as many words in as possible, which causes problems. That's a problem I have a lot. Too many words to say nothing. Like right now, I'm not saying a thing. Something I'm trying to work on. Sometimes to a detriment where you almost, because things will come almost so vague, it's indescribable. I don't think anyone is ever going to call out some of the ridiculously vague and subtle things, which is a problem because when I go back and read my stuff, I basically don't understand it sometimes too, because now I don't have the mindsets that are required for it. Like the one thing I posted somewhat recently, well, 2 weeks ago, in which I need to actually start writing the next chapter of that soon. I don't want to just first draft it. There's something I do want to first draft because it's too crazy not to. Heck, I should have put that up already. What am I talking about? Writing. Oh yeah. A lot of the games, like StarCraft to StarCraft 2 is sort of prime example of this, I would say, is that StarCraft 1 is very brief and not talky compared to 2. Mostly because 2's also got a lot more better gameplay. Campaign-wise, the gameplay is better for the most part. There's still some problems. You know, it's more warning about when you're going to attack, all that. Make sure to ease you in, give you options, save things. Well, 1 does, and it's, you know, you get attacks pop up saying, train 5 Marines, and then and then you're just thrown into the deep end. Granted, there's also the other way, you know, Warcraft works with humans. Warcraft 2 basically don't have characters speaking in the missions. You know, you get it all in Bill Roper narration. And when you do that, there's not much plot. It's just, here's your mission, go do that. Then you win, and no one really reacts to it other than Bill Roper saying something. The next mission, maybe. Until you get to the end. But, you know, in Warcraft 3, everyone's character. Well, 3 is much more character-based, since the original StarCraft was still before they went full character. In that you're, you know, the original is still kind of interesting because your character exists, in the lore still kind of, but basically kind of doesn't because of the way the retcons work. Like, the magistrate basically did nothing. The Cerebrate flat out dies. The one you play in one in Brood War is actually different. The original one gets killed by Tassadar off screen in one of the books, which is weird because it's a big retcon because you're otherwise, you know, not there for that in game. You're Nair, securing the victory for the Alliance. And then the Executor turns out to be Arcanus somehow, which means he gets downgraded by the time Brood War turns around for some reason. But, okay. And then for Brood War, well, he were the original Executor, but then it became Arcanus. It's kind of maybe Celendis, who knows, doesn't matter. And the UED captain sort of falls into a plot hole, I guess, because considering the nonsense they fight through, there's really no way that anyone should have been able to stop them. They just stick them on Thraxis and it'll be fine. And otherwise, Cerebrate in 6 is not the 1 and 2, like the original, well, I guess episode 2. And then it gets offed by Kerrigan between the Brood War and 2 after she restructures the Brood and wipes out all the Cerebrates because of copyright. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, you know, StarCraft 1 is much more whatever the word is for short. Which also leads to people imagining it was better than it was, and it's still good. A lot of voice acting is actually worse than 2's, especially a lot of awkward pauses, and I will absolutely say that Trisha was better than whoever did her in 1, Kerrigan in 1. Hey, Death. Kicking your own. Alright, but that's done for now. 48.6 million on the Millionaire. Wow, half the time of Death Spiral 2. So let's start at 1. That's Mask of the Red Death done. Next is, well, Queen Sigma's Victory March. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. It's your life. Thanks for messing around. Have a good day. To some considerable surprise, it was actually pretty difficult for the Mask of the Red Death to get through. But managed to make it. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Have a good day and keep messing around.